tell me when I can begin. On behalf of the David Lynch Foundation and Operation Warrior Wellness, it's a great joy to invite everybody and welcome everybody here this morning to this news conference on a national initiative, a national outreach to bring transcendental meditation to 10,000 veterans suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder and their families who suffer equally. Our two main speakers, your hosts, will be Dr. John Hagelin on my left. Dr. Hagelin is a world-renowned Harvard-trained quantum physicist, educator, author, and science and public policy expert. He serves as the president of the David Lynch Foundation, and he really guides all the efforts that we're doing here with Operation Warrior Wellness. On my right, needs no introduction, the great filmmaker, humanitarian, David Lynch, founder and chairman of the David Lynch Foundation. Post-traumatic stress disorder is a very serious issue, as we'll hear and as we already know. Today we're going to take the next 45 minutes or an hour and explain just why this approach, a simple stress-reducing meditation technique, can provide that added solution that can help lift so many, now hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of men and women all over the world who suffer from this debilitating nightmare. So without any further ado, I'd like to ask David Lynch to give some opening remarks. David.
Thank you very much. It's really good to be here, and so good that we have this Operation Warrior Wellness. The soldiers are truly suffering, and what they say is they come home, no one knows what they have done and what they have experienced, what they've seen, and their lives are a true nightmare. This thing of transcendental meditation is a simple, effortless, ancient form of meditation that can allow any human being to dive within, experience the deepest level of life, infuse that, all positive qualities, and grow in that, and see negativity start to lift away. It is a beautiful, beautiful thing for the human being. So many benefits from this meditation, but for sure it is a stress buster, traumatic stress buster. And when these soldiers get this simple, effortless technique, they're going to get their lives back again. And it's not hocus pocus. There's so much research on this technique. Brain research shows that when a person truly transcends, meaning experiences this deepest level of life, it's the only experience that lights the full brain on the EEG machine. Total brain coherence, it's called. And everybody who does this technique says the same thing. They get happier. They see the heavy weight of negativity lifting. They start enjoying life. Things get very, very good when you start, diving within and experience this, the sublime, beautiful, beautiful transcendent within, big treasury within. So the whole idea is to get this to the soldiers who are suffering, all the people in the world that are suffering, and turn their lives around. So thank you very much, and I hope you all take this, news out and get support for this beautiful, beautiful program. It's going to save lives. Not only the soldiers' lives, but like Bobby said, the families are suffering, the friendships are suffering. So let's get this to the soldiers. Thank you very much.
Thank you, David. And if we could now see the video of some soldiers talking about their experiences.
It was after we got back. Probably wasn't for like about a year. coming back, I really just didn't feel a part of society, or I just self-medicated, through drinking and isolation. It's a difficult process, it's just, you just have to deal with it as best as you can. And, through drinking, I guess, I dealt with what I saw on there.
As a medical professional, you're used to seeing injuries and such. There is something special about young American service personnel that are seriously maimed or killed, and you are able to maintain some professional distance, but still there's a wear and tear factor that can get to you.
And every day I would have a little bit of each feeling of being pretty much in the war still, I guess, in the back of my mind. Going into places and looking at everybody and assessing who might be a threat. Driving, I remember the first time I stopped at the intersection where I would stop at after I leave my house. I got extremely paranoid because it was dark. I was in my car and I was stopped. So that means I'm a sitting target. At first, the only thing I couldn't wait to do was meditate, because that meant I would not be stressed out at least for 20 minutes. Nothing would bother me. And it went from looking forward to only meditating to, well, now, tomorrow I have the whole day to feel like angst-free.
I think the TM has helped contribute to resilience and strength and some internal hardiness that enables you to maintain your own internal stability without becoming emotionally numb and unable to relate to the people, the casualties as individuals and persons.
The stresses and the things that got you anxious and a little bit hyped up is still there. You can talk about it, you can take the drugs, you can, get away from the combat environment and get into a different environment. But that still doesn't relieve the fact that, you still carry around that trauma, you still carry around that stress. And, from experience, I just think TM will allow somebody to find that peace and to release that stress.
I like the way it is now, and I want to keep it this way, which is good. Because, like I said, for the last 5 years, I didn't want it this way. I could tolerate it, but I didn't want to be the way I was. And that's what TM's done for me. And that's what I can say to everybody. If you want to be the way you are, do some TM. And then, go ahead and live again.
Now, Clint Eastwood made a video for tonight, but we're going to see it now as well.
Good evening, David. I just want to apologize for not being able to be there tonight at the Metropolitan Museum and to be there for the David Lynch Foundation and the Wounded Warrior Program.